I welcome you all in this special session of Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire is necessary to check your preparation. The concept of rapid fire is asking questions without giving you enough time to think, to ponder over certain things, and then come with the answer. As in a UGC NET exam, in limited time, you have to attempt 100 plus questions. So, approx 100 questions of English, then paper 1, it's a limited time. How can you attempt approx 150 questions in a limited time? Some of the questions are very tough. They will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes you have to think. Some assertion reason type questions, they make you think again and again. So when you think again and again, technically you are losing time. Now, this is the exam which is not a senior secondary level school exam. It's not a 10th class exam. It's the exam which is going to deal and test your knowledge for the assistant professorship. So they will have a tough question session. Are you are you ready? Okay, Ayushi has joined us from London. Ayushi, I'll be there soon. I'll be coming to London soon. So, are you all ready to join the rapid fire, including Ayushi, all other students from various states of India, Kashmir, Kerala? Chalo ek kaam karte hain. Let's do this thing for 2 minutes when our other students are going to join us. Let's introduce each other. Just write your name of the state, from which state you are. For 2 minutes, which state you are. Let's see where my voice is reaching now. Rajasthan, Ram Ram ji, Ram Ram sa. Khammagani, Maharashtra, MP, UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, West Bengal. My God, I can't even read all the names. Haryana, Gujarat, Kem Cho, Tamil Nadu, Vanakkam, हिमाचल प्रदेश में तो नमस्ते ही होती है शायद. कश्मीर, सलाम वालेकुम. जम्मू कश्मीर से नादिया जी हमारे पास. छत्तीसगढ़, छत्तीसगढ़िया सबसे बढ़िया. ओडिशा इज ऑल्सो आई थिंक नमस्कार. केरला इज नमस्कारम. गुड़गांव, हाँ जी, गुड़गांव वाले पड़ोसी हो मेरे आप. आई एम इन साउथ दिल्ली, तो गुड़गांव वाले तो हमारे पड़ोसी हैं. समटाइम्स on Saturdays or Sunday evening, I'm in Aero City. It's a good place. Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Ram Ram ji. Tripura, hello. Hastinapur से भी हैं. Wow. Uttarakhand. Namaskar in Bengali, I don't know. Namaskar. So almost everybody is here and we have to make this session fruitful. I will try my best to take some easy questions, some tough questions. And for these questions, I must tell you, to maintain the rhythm, I'm going to use multiple printouts to maintain the rhythm. Multiple printouts. We have provided a test series. A test series is available there. So I have taken so many questions from those test series. Along with that, I'll also go for some questions which will grill you. कुछ questions आपको trouble करेंगे. But to help you, this will be only a British history session. If this helps you, we'll go for other sessions of literary theory. Then I'll be asking you who has coined the term dialogism. Give me a second. I have to switch my AC on. In Delhi, it's raining, and because of the constant rain, incessant rain, suffocation, humidity has increased. So now, let's go for the question answer session, starting from the famous author T.S. Eliot. Question is, Wasteland is divided in 5 parts. Wasteland, a famous work written in 1922, published in the magazine called Criterion, 433 lines, is divided in 5 parts. There are many questions in exam. Set them in order. What are those 5 parts? And also set them in order. Your time starts now. Only 30 seconds as you have to type. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Normally I give 10 seconds. No need to type full name. Even the one word will help. Yes, burial of the dead is the first one. Whoa, Aliva. Kya baat hai? Fastest typing, Aliva. Perfect answer. Burial of the dead, game of the chess, then fire sermon, death by water, and then the last one is what the thunder said. Wasteland divided in 5 parts dealing with various mythologies. First part is Burial of the Dead. Second, Game of Chess. Third, Fire Sermon. Fourth, Death by Water. Fifth, What the Thunder Said. Now, I hope you know that the Jalebi method. In my online offline classes, I have taught about Jalebi method. So use Jalebi method and you'll be able to recall these things. Now, another question is, what is the last line of Vanity Fair? 1847 novel written by W.M. Thackeray, Vanity Fair. What is the last line? 10 seconds, come on. What is the last line? गुलिस्ता बहुत ही बढ़िया आंसर है. नादिया बहुत बढ़िया. I cannot take all the names. My God, 267 students are answering. Why only 53 likes? Likes are not going to reduce your account. Come on, guys, be the part of it. Next question is Vanitas Vanitatum. What does this mean in English? What is the English meaning of Vanitas Vanitatum? It's a question of NET exam. मेरे पूछे हुए हर क्वेश्चंस के पीछे आपको 9 बार नेट का एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा. आई विल नॉट आस्क एनी स्टूपिड क्वेश्चन. माई क्वेश्चंस विल बी ईदर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट और टेकन फ्रॉम नेट एंड सेट एग्जाम्स. हु इज हैप्पी एट द एंड? हु इज हैप्पी एट द एंड? बहुत बढ़िया, नाइस आंसर. हु इज हैप्पी एट द एंड? द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन वी हैव इज it was the best of the times, it was the worst of the times. It was the best of the times, it was the worst of the times. Which book has this opening line? Come on, guys. 284 students watching, only 100 likes. Come on, guys. Especially जिनको questions आ रहे हैं वो तो जरूर like कर देना. No, Heart of Darkness. Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. My next question is again an opening line. And जो 5 सेकेंड में आंसर करेगा, इफ यू हैव द गट्स टू आंसर दिस इन 5 सेकेंड, डोंट फॉरगेट टू लाइक इट इमीडिएटली. लाइव सेशन चल रहा है ना. इट्स अ ट्रूथ यूनिवर्सली एक्नॉलेज दैट अ मैन इन पोजिशन ऑफ गुड फॉर्च्यून मस्ट बी इन नीड ऑफ अ वाइफ. इट्स अ ट्रूथ यूनिवर्सली एक्नॉलेज दैट अ मैन इन पोजिशन ऑफ गुड फॉर्च्यून मस्ट बी इन वांट ऑफ अ वाइफ. फेमस लाइन लेडी बैनेट बोलती. क्या बात है. दिस इज रेस. कम ऑन. आई रियली विश मैं स्टूडेंट होता तो मैं भी compete कर रहा होता आपको. जस्ट अनबिलीवेबल. लव्ड दिस आंसर. लेट्स मेक इट टफ. The opening line once again that has been asked in exam is it was a love at first sight. It was a love at first sight. Let's see who can answer this question. It was a love at first sight. 10 seconds. Come on. It was a love at first sight. Catch 22, Sharvani Patnaik throughout amazing scholar. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Yes, Joseph Hellers, कोमल प्रजापति, you rock. अनन्या बिश्नोई, you are my proud. क्लास में तुम ऑफलाइन में द बेस्ट स्टूडेंट हो. Oliva is always a rocking student. Sai, Deepak, Prasanna. Catch 22, Joseph Heller, a postmodern science fiction style, deals with Air Force Squadron 256. This is the famous work. Again a question, and let's see who answers this thing. And I will not take the first word, because if I took the first word, you will answer it immediately. So the first word is blank. Space. The fire of my heart, the fire of my loins. Reference of love, reference of lust in opening line. एक ही. क्या बात है. जानवी चौहान, सुष्मिता, क्या बात है. Yes, this is from the opening line of the world classic Lolita, written by Vladimir Nabokov. Famous character Professor Humbert, who has a girl, 12-13-year-old girl, Dolores Hayes, and he's then having affair with that girl. One of the most sensational book, Lolita, by Russian author Vladimir Nabokov. Just loved it. What an answer, guys. बहुत बढ़िया. Most important question, again from Charles Dickens. In which book of Charles Dickens we have the ghost of past, present and future? 3 ghosts. Past, present and future. कौन सी बुक में? शाबाश. देवियों और सज्जनों, आपका समय शुरू होता है. आप क्रिसमस कैरल, ओलिवा. बहुत बढ़िया. Devojit, Arben, Preeti. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I wish I could take all these names. Nadia, Rajesh, Queen. Queen ने भी बहुत बढ़िया आंसर किए. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Samir is answering really good. Unbelievable. Very good. Let's make it tough question. Let's make it a tough question. First detective novel. First detective novel called by T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot called a famous book a first detective novel. Name that book. किस बुक को T.S. Eliot ने first detective novel बोला था? क्या बात है अलीमा, कोमल, शिवांगी, जानवी. Yes, Moonstone. William Wilkie Collins wrote a famous work, Moonstone, about a mysterious stone. Wherever the stone goes, it brings bad luck. Moonstone is the answer. Now there is a easy question, and I'm sure you can answer, and I'll throw it on you. James Joyce Ulysses is a one-day story. It's the question of NET exam. James Joyce Ulysses is a one-day story. Mention that date. What's that date? कौन सा दिन है वो? Question of exam. Abhimanyu Bilavaria. How are you, Abhimanyu? One of my very old known student and friend and a scholar from Jammu. And regards to your mother. Yes, the right answer. 16 June 1904 is the day of story, and this is called Bloom's Day. 16 June 1904. The famous question we have is, what is the real name of? Yes, Shelly, these questions are equally good for DU, JNU entrance exam of CUET PZ. I'm not asking any tough question for NET only. All the students who are targeting entrance exams of University of Delhi, DU, Jamia and JNU, these questions are must for you. So what is the real name of Jhumpa Lahiri? Come on. What is the real name of Jhumpa Lahiri? Hurry up. What is the real name of Jhumpa Lahiri? Come on, taking time. And here we go. Nilanjana Sudeshna, Queen, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. गुलशन बहुत बढ़िया. अजय शर्मा, क्या बात है. अरुणिमा, Anna, Manoj, Sarvani Patnaik, क्या बात है. Nilanjana Sudeshna. Nikolai Gogol, a famous Russian author, has been used as a symbolic character where an Indian boy is named Nikhil Gogol. What is the name of the book? In which Indian book we have a character Nikhil Gogol? Namesake. क्या बात है. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत ही बढ़िया. साक्षी, बहुत बढ़िया. Ravi Koti, बहुत ही बढ़िया. Ravi is also one of my brilliant students. Like some of these people I personally know, I have met them in offline batches or in widgets. बहुत बढ़िया. प्रीति ओझा, बहुत बढ़िया. प्रिया कुमारी, बहुत ही बढ़िया. Swarnima, very good Swarnima. Another famous question, and again it's going to test your knowledge, is I'm giving you 30 seconds to write down the names of members of Spectator Club. Spectator Club, 6 members. Take 30 seconds, chalo 40 seconds. Write down the names. 6 characters of Spectator Club. जिनको नहीं आता है कॉपी में नोट करते रहो कि ये पढ़ना है, ढूंढना है. संगीता शर्मा, आंसर करो, शाबाश, बहुत बढ़िया. वन ऑफ यू हैज रिटन स्टील एंड एडिसन. नहीं 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 नहीं, नो एडिसन एंड स्टील, नो. आप सब फ्रेश स्टूडेंट हो, नाउ आई नो. एडिशन एंड स्टील आर आंसरिंग, पीपल हु आर आंसरिंग एडिशन एंड स्टील आर नॉट क्लास स्टूडेंट्स. ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन में से कोई नहीं हो. Check how Queen has answered. Roser D. Coverley, Spectator, Andrew Freeport and all other names. Queen, proud of you. ऑनलाइन वालों की इज्जत जानवी ने संभाल रखी है, कोमल ने संभाल रखी है. ऑफलाइन में क्वीन, अनन्या, बहुत बढ़िया. अद्वैता, अद्वैता इज वन ऑफ माई ब्रिलियंट स्कॉलर फ्रॉम ओडिशा, बहुत बढ़िया अद्वैता. कोमल रावत, ओलिवा, बहुत बढ़िया. कोमल प्रजापति, बहुत बढ़िया. 6 characters of Spectator Club. Roser D. Coverley, Andrew Freeport, Captain Sentry, Will Honeycomb, अब बचा कौन, Mr. Spectator and Widow Lady. 6 characters. Please make sure you check this famous work, Spectator magazine by Edison and Steele. In Spectator magazine, there was a club, Spectator Club, and last NET exam, there was a question. Please check that. Now the another question is the famous comic character. The famous comic character Tony Lumpkin appears in a book. एक clue दे देता हूं. This book has a subtitle Mistakes of the Night. Tony Lumpkin appears in which book? रश्मि आंसर करो शाबाश. अरुणिमा बहुत ही बढ़िया. निधि क्या बात है. शी स्टूप्स टू कॉन्कर. बहुत बढ़िया वर्क है. शी स्टूप्स टू कॉन्कर. इट्स नॉट शी वुड इफ शी कुड. नो नो नो. शी स्टूप्स टू कॉन्कर. Subtitle Mistakes of the Night. Question of Rajasthan set. Tony Lumpkin question is a repeated question of NET exam. Another famous character is from Hardy's book. Thomas Hardy, you all have read. My question is that in Jude the Obscure, Jude is cheated by a woman who marries him falsely. What is the name of the first wife of Jude the Obscure? Jude की first wife कौन होती है जो उसको cheat करके शादी करती है? Not Susan, no, not his cousin. शर्वनी पटनायक, बहुत बढ़िया. अजय शर्मा, बहुत ही बढ़िया. Love literature, Nazia, सौम्या. Arabella Dawn. Sue Bridehead is second kind of wife. Second cousin होती है, incest होता है, that is second. First wife is Arabella Dawn. She cheats him, takes his money, goes to Australia and comes back again. वो दोबारा उसको बेवकूफ बनाने आती है. So don't forget this character, Arabella Dawn. In Mayor of Casterbridge, a lady has an affair with Michael Hanchard and she is given the skimity ride, the punishment of skimity ride. What is the name of that lady? What is the name of that lady? Come on, check your knowledge. She has been given infamous punishment. Lucetta. Alima Khatun, बहुत बढ़िया. प्रीति, अद्वैता, बहुत बढ़िया. जानवी, Lucetta, बहुत ही बढ़िया. क्वीन, बहुत ही बढ़िया. अब एक काम करते हैं, थोड़ा सा चेक करते हैं कि आपको कितना पब्लिकेशंस वगैरह याद है. Samuel Johnson dictionary was published in. Come on, 5 seconds. Samuel Johnson dictionary was published in 1755. Okay, anybody can answer that. My question is, what was the name of the patron of Samuel Johnson who gave him money to write dictionary? उस पैटर्न का क्या नाम था जिसने सैमुअल जॉनसन को पैसे दिए थे टू राइट द डिक्शनरी? फिलिप स्टैनहोप. क्वीन. Queen, if you get a JRF, I will not be surprised. Save this recording, just like my Odisha student Jyoti did. Just like in live class, I told Jyoti also that Jyoti, you will be a JRF. She saved the screen, and when she cracked JRF, she texted me the screenshot, the screen video first. So when I saw the screen video, I was like, okay, I got. Jyoti ने कर दिया है. तो ज्योति ने मुझे ऐसे भेजा था कि देखो सर आपने कहा था मैंने कर दिया. And I must tell you, कोमल प्रजापति या अद्वैता या जिन बच्चों के नाम मिले रहा हूँ, अजय शर्मा, जिनके जो मुझे नाम ये दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, जिनको मैं पर्सनली जान रहा हूँ 2 अटेम्प्ट से या ऑफलाइन बैच से, यू ऑल डिजर्व इट. जानवी, यू ऑल डिजर्व इट. एंड बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, आई कैन नॉट टेक ऑल द नेम्स, बट ट्रस्ट मी, ऑल दोज हु आर आंसरिंग इट, यू ऑल डिजर्व इट बिकॉज यू हैव वर्कड हार्ड, यू आर आंसरिंग. कम ऑन, लेट्स गो फॉर मोर क्वेश्चंस. और क्वेश्चंस करने हैं. विच शेक्सपियरियन बुक वॉज रिटन ऑन रिक्वेस्ट ऑफ क्वीन एलिजाबेथ? क्वीन एलिजाबेथ ने किस बुक के लिए रिक्वेस्ट किया था? कौन सी बुक के लिए रिक्वेस्ट किया था? बोलो, किस बुक के लिए क्वीन एलिजाबेथ ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था? क्वीन एलिजाबेथ रिक्वेस्टेड शेक्सपियर. विंडसर, यस, मैरी वाइव्स ऑफ विंडसर. बहुत बढ़िया. सना कपूर, बहुत बढ़िया. सना कौसर, बहुत बढ़िया. बहुत बढ़िया. जानवी, विशाखा, काजल, बहुत ही बढ़िया. ज्योति, शर्वनी. Merry Wives of Windsor was written on the request of Queen Elizabeth when she saw a famous story, famous play Henry IV. She loved the performance of Falstaff, and loving the performance of Falstaff, she asked Shakespeare to write a story where Falstaff is in love. Name the famous postmodern author who has written Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. किसने कहा था? किस राइटर की किताब है रोसेनक्रैंट्स एंड गिल्डनस्टर्न आर डेड? पोस्टमॉडर्न, रोसेनक्रैंट्स, गिल्डनस्टर्न आर डेड. टॉम स्टॉपर्ट, बहुत बढ़िया. फास्टेस्ट आंसर, बहुत बढ़िया. आई एम गिविंग यू 10 seconds, यू आर आंसरिंग इन 5 seconds. प्राउड ऑफ यू ऑल. Tom Stoppard, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern are dead. A famous writer, one of my famous example of reader response theory, she wanted to use the craze of public related to feminism. This writer knew this thing that people are mad behind feminism, so I can use the name of feminist authors to make a lot of money. She wrote Who is Sylvia and Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf. Name the author. And sorry, it's not she, it's he. Edward L.B. wrote. I myself have given answer. I'm so sorry. While explaining, I myself have given the answer. Edward L.B. wrote Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf and Who is Sylvia. 311 students live, 166 likes. एक लाइक नहीं कर सकते हो हमारे लिए? कम ऑन गाइस, लाइक करो यार, जोश आता है, जोश. जैसे कलाकार को तालियों से जोश आता है ना, दैट पीपल आर लाइकिंग माय परफॉर्मेंस, आई शुड ऐड मोर. कम ऑन, गो फॉर लाइक्स. आपके लिए क्वेश्चंस कर रहा हूं. चलो, सो we have to go for more questions, and this time the questions are related to the theme. Tell me in which book, think before you answer, tell me in which book there is a trouble between the king, his son, illegitimate son, there is a political issue, the entire theme is political theme. King requested the poet to write a work on that theme. किस बुक में बाप और जो उसका बेटा है उसमें पॉलिटिकल इशू है एंड देयर इज अ लॉन्ग पोइट्री. क्वीन रॉकिंग, एब्सलम, Achitophel. In which book there is a political rivalry for poet laureateship, and one author praised Charles II, another author criticized his work, and then famous poet laureate criticized again by writing a great work taking a reference of a stupid scholar. What's that name? In which book there is a stupid poet has been taken as a reference? मैकफ्लैक्नो, शैली पुरोहित. बहुत ही बड़े आंसर है, मैकफ्लैक्नो. Name the pre-romantic poet who talked about 4 seasons and published his works 4 seasons, and then this work is called, because of this work he is called father of pre-romanticism. जेम्स थॉमसन. बहुत बढ़िया. स्वर्णिमा, बहुत ही बढ़िया. जेम्स थॉमसन. In which poetry we find some sailors, one of the sailor has killed a bird and now the bird is hanging in his neck, and the poetry has a theme of commitment, crime, repentance and love for all. Anna has given the answer. Yes, Rhyme of Ancient Mariner. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. In which novel there are 2 lovers loving one girl? One lover is from England, one lover is from France. Both of these lovers are in France. One get arrested, another lover goes to the prison, changes his identity and saves that lover. Which story? Tale of Two Cities, Preeti Ojha. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Tale of Two Cities, Preeti Ojha. There is a famous story where a girl got cheated on her wedding day, and she was shocked, had a trauma that for the rest of her life she kept on wearing one slipper, same wedding gown, all the clocks were stopped. Name the character. Miss Havisham, Vishakha, not Mrs. She did not get married. Miss Havisham, बहुत बढ़िया. What is the name of the book? Great Expectations, बहुत बढ़िया. Loved it. Tell me, in which famous book there is a story of 2 girls, one very rich, one poor girl. Poor girl understands that I will have to find my identity, so she does all the wrong things, and in the end she comes to help her good friend. 2 girls representing Victorian feminism. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. Jasmine. Vanity Fair, Vidyadhari. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. Vanity Fair. Name the famous book which has been called a novel without hero. Question of NET exam. Which book has been called a novel without hero? आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस टेस्ट पेपर वाले हैं. आई एम चेकिंग द लेवल. बहुत बढ़िया. वैनिटी फेयर वंस अगेन. Who has famously written a story where a company has taken control of the world and company is watching everyone? There is a line, Big Brother is watching you. Name the book, name the author. Not 1847 Lakshmi. 1984 Vidya Kumari. अजय शर्मा, अरुणिमा, आरुषि, क्या बात है. राइटर बता दो, राइटर. जॉर्ज ऑरवेल. बहुत बढ़िया. Come on guys, 330 students watching, only 227 have liked it. या तो 100 students easy question की डिमांड कर रहे हैं या फिर वो टफ क्वेश्चन चाह रहे हैं. Come on guys, let's go for a like. George Orwell's real name. Tell me. Fastest. What is the real name of George Orwell? जॉर्ज ऑरवेल का रियल नेम क्या है? एरिक आर्थर ब्लेयर. वेरी गुड. विलियम सिडनी पोर्टर. व्हाट वाज हिज pseudonym to write short stories? विलियम सिडनी पोर्टर. व्हाट वाज हिज pseudonym to write short stories? ओ हेनरी. बहुत बढ़िया. सौम्या. एकता. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. लक्ष्मी. हनी. बहुत बढ़िया. हनीज किचन. क्या बात है. चलो कोई बात नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है कि स्टूडेंट्स की कमी है हमारे पास. व्हाट वाज द रियल नेम ऑफ जॉर्ज एलियट? व्हाट वाज द रियल नेम ऑफ जॉर्ज एलियट? कम ऑन गाइस. व्हाट वाज द रियल नेम ऑफ जॉर्ज एलियट? मैरी एन इवांस. नाउ लेट्स मेक द क्वेश्चन टफ अगेन. इन विच पोइट्री वी गेट दीज लाइन्स? In that city, there were rats who fought with dogs, killed the cats, took the babies out of the cradle. Tell me the poetry. In that city, there were rats who fought with dogs and killed the cats and took the babies out of the cradle. Pied Piper of Hamelin. Gulshan, बहुत बढ़िया. जोहा. जोहा, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. Pied Piper of Hamelin and has written by Browning. In which poetry we have a line, courage, he said, and pointed towards the shore. Courage, he said, and pointed towards the shore. The opening line of a famous work. Lotus Eaters. क्या बात है. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. लेकिन 100 स्टूडेंट्स ने अभी तक लाइक नहीं किया. कलयुग आ गया. टीचर्स को भी रिक्वेस्ट करनी पड़ेगी लाइक के लिए. कम ऑन गाइज, इफ यू आर लर्निंग एंड यू वांट दिस काइंड ऑफ सेशन, so at least there should be an appreciation. Come on guys, do it. क्या पता यही क्वेश्चंस में 10-20 क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आ गए तो क्वालिफाई हो जाओगे. Okay, now another question, again a quotation based. He was as fresh as the month of May. He was as fresh as the month of May. Name the character for whom this line has been mentioned. He was at. बहुत बढ़िया. सुष्मिता, विशाखा, विद्या, गुलशन. क्या बात है. बहुत बढ़िया. Now, for which particular character there is a line? He loved gold in special as the gold was cordial in physics. Who loved gold in special as the gold was cordial in physics? Physician, doctor. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. In which famous book we have a line, fool thinks he is wise, wise knows he is a fool. Fool thinks he is wise, wise knows he is a fool. बहुत बढ़िया. As you like it, Srimali, Smith Srimali. No, not Alexander Pope. It's Shakespeare. As you like it. What are the names of two cats? What are the names of two cats of Horace Walpole mentioned by Thomas Gray? दोनों बिल्लियों के क्या नाम होते हैं? वन नेम इज क्लियर. दूसरा नाम बताओ. जारा आ गया. सलीमा. बहुत बढ़िया. सलीमा एंड जारा. नेम अ फेमस राइटर हु वांटेड Horace Walpole to be his patron, but Horace Walpole did not help him, so he ended his life by committing suicide. एक ऑथर था 17-18 साल का, छोटा सा, उसने सुसाइड कर लिया था. He has been praised by everyone. No, not Keats. थॉमस चैटरटन. नम्रता. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश नम्रता दास. बहुत बढ़िया. थॉमस चैटरटन. बहुत ही बढ़िया. बहुत ब्रिलियंट आंसर. In Gothic literature, which book is called the first Gothic novel? Which book is called the first Gothic novel? Which book is called Castle of Otranto? बहुत ही बढ़िया. बहुत ही बढ़िया. In Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, who is Frankenstein? The hero or the villain? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Who is the Frankenstein character? Hero है या villain है? Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. No, not villain. He's hero. Victor Frankenstein. I have taught this to my students. Don't make this mistake in exam. This was a question in exam, and even I also, at that time, I also didn't know. I thought Frankenstein is the name of the villain in the Hollywood movies. So I went for the villain. It is hero. Victor Frankenstein. Hero है वो. 330 students, 298. 32 लोगों ने अभी तक लाइक नहीं किया. चलो कोई बात नहीं, इतना तो चलता है, इतना तो नहीं भी होना चाहिए. Now, give me a very simple answer. I'm sure you all can answer. Modern age has some author from Ireland. What are the names of the Irish authors in modern age? Irish authors in modern age. Come on. WB Yeats, Sino Casey, James Singe, आंसर आ गए. क्या बात है. No, Auden is not. GB Shaw, yes, GB Shaw is there. Sino Casey, WB Yeats, GB Shaw, James Singe. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. WB Yeats won Nobel Award in which year? In which year Yeats got a Nobel? अब चलो तुम्हारे नोबेल अवार्ड से रिलेटेड बैंड बजाता हूं. लेट्स सी. This is my method of preparing. Be sharpest. Sharp hona, sharp. Because even if you're the best, remember there is somebody the best who's going to compete you. So get ready. 1923 WB Yeats has won Nobel Award. That's good. Timing of T.S. Eliot. Come on. T.S. Eliot को Nobel Award कब मिला था? T.S. Eliot won Nobel Award in 1948. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. 1948. First Nobel Award to a Britisher. First Britisher to win Nobel Award. पहला ब्रिटिशर कौन था to win Nobel Award? First Britisher, his name. Waiting for the answers. Come on. Kipling, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है. स्वामिश का आंसर है. बहुत बढ़िया. Rudyard Kipling is the first Britisher to have a Nobel Award. Rudyard Kipling, first Britisher in 1907 to have a Nobel Award. One of you has written Suli Pradhom. Suli Pradhom is a French author. First British author won Nobel Award in 1907. Suli Pradhom was the first French author plus first author to win a Nobel Award. The first author from India to win Nobel Award. Come on, fastest. पहला author India से. First author to win Nobel Award from India. 1913. R.N. Tagore. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है, बहुत ही बढ़िया आंसर. Samuel Beckett won Nobel Award in year called. Which year? Samuel Beckett को कब Nobel Award मिला था? Come on guys. Fastest answer. 1967. Sharmini Patnaik. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है. Last net exam there was a question in the options. Remembering Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. That is written by Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan is a singer musician. Do you know Bob Dylan has also won Nobel Award of Literature? And the question is, in which year? In which year Bob Dylan won Nobel Award and Nobel Award of Literature? Queen. 2016. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है. क्वीन का बहुत ही बेहतरीन आंसर है. क्वीन 2017 नोबेल अवार्ड कौन है बताओ. शाबाश. 2017 का नोबेल अवार्ड किसको मिला था? The students who don't know this, please remember there are repeated questions from awardees in exam. Kazuo Ishiguro, the Japanese author Kazuo Ishiguro. Let's go for the Booker Award. Indian Booker awardee author who talked about comparison of Delhi, Gurgaon and China and compares Gurgaon to America and says Gurgaon looks like America. In which Booker awardee book this thing has been mentioned? Indian Booker awardee book. ऑथर जोहा ने बता दिया. बहुत बढ़िया ऑथर. अरविंद अडिगा. नेम ऑफ द बुक 2008 Booker awardee book White Tiger. Yes, this comes from White Tiger. Name the famous Booker awardee book which deals with casteism where there is a famous character Velutha the Untouchable. Velutha Papa. Come on guys. I hope I'm audible to you all. Actually, somebody called me, so I hope mic is not disturbed. Yes, God of small thing is the answer. Am I audible? Okay, somebody actually made a call, so I had to disconnect the call. Okay, fine. Now, another question is from Pulitzer Awards. Using on okay. Americans I should not ask, right? Because I have given only British history. No problem. Let's switch to British history once again and let's go to Restoration, the age which is known for repeated fights, political issues. Glorious war, glorious revolution took place in. Glorious war took place in 1688, not 1988. One of you has asked a question how to qualify net, but my friend, in this session we are having question session. So if I just answer something else, we will switch to the another direction. I request you drop me a WhatsApp 8810289637. इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में, इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ दिस वीडियो यू विल फाइंड माई नंबर. ड्रॉप योर क्वेरीज देयर. डीके शर्मा इज वॉचिंग मी फ्रॉम मुखर्जी नगर. अब तो पड़ोसी हमारे आईएएस लोगों के गढ़ से हमें देख रहे हैं. आई हैव लिव्ड इन मुखर्जी नगर 3-4 days in my initial days. So another question is again from Restoration. Every author was writing vulgar thing. One religious clergy wrote a famous work to criticize all these authors who were writing obscenity. Tell me this thing. What's the name of that author? Thank you so much, Saloni. That's my nani's place. आप जहां से देख रहे हो वो मेरा ननिहाल है. बनारस मेरा ननिहाल है. जेरमी कॉलियर. वाओ, बहुत ही बढ़िया आंसर है. A famous Puritan satire, Hudibras, written by Butler. So a famous Puritan satire, Hudibras, written by Samuel Butler, was based on a Spanish classical work. What is the name of that Spanish classical work? Hudibras किस स्पेनिश क्लासिकल वर्क पे बेस्ड है? स्पेनिश क्लासिकल वर्क पे बेस्ड है. डॉन कियोटे. बहुत बढ़िया, वेरी गुड. डॉन कियोटे. एंड इन लास्ट नेट एग्जाम ऑल्सो देयर वॉज अ क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द सर्वेंट ऑफ डॉन कियोटे? डॉन कियोटे के सर्वेंट का क्या नाम है? वेटिंग फॉर दिस आंसर. डॉन कियोटे's सर्वेंट सैंचो पैंजा. नम्रता बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Sancho Panza, very important. You know why? Name the famous comic character from Henry Fielding's novel who is based on Sancho Panza. और अगेन ये नेट का क्वेश्चन है. कौन सा कैरेक्टर हेनरी फील्डिंग के नॉवेल से सैंचो पैंजा पे बेस्ड है? Tabu, you will find all these questions in the test series. In Joseph Andrews, what's the name of the character who is based? Yes, Vidya. Parson Adams. Parson Adams is the character who is based on Sancho Panza. Some more questions, and now let's go for purely romantic authors, romantic writers. Name the famous work that inspired Coleridge to write Kubla Khan. कॉलरेज ने कुबला खान लिखा कौन से वर्क को पढ़ के? कौन सा वर्क पढ़ रहा था कॉलरेज? He wrote Kubla Khan. He was reading a book under the influence of opium. Then he slept. बहुत बढ़िया. Purchas Pilgrimage. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Purchas Pilgrimage. Another question from romantic authors. In a famous poetry, there is a line. Sweet melodies. Heard melodies are sweet, those unheard are sweeter. Sorry, memory loss हो गया था. Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. Which poetry? Grecian Urn. Joha, बहुत बढ़िया. Grecian Urn. In which poetry we have the last line? If winter comes, can spring be far behind? If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Come on. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? बहुत बढ़िया. West Wind. There is a famous famous work written by Amitav Ghosh, In an Antique Land. That's a famous non-fiction work written by Amitav Ghosh in an antique land. The title has been taken from a poetry written by romantic author. Name the poetry. Name the poetry. Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. Perfect answer. Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. बहुत ही perfect answer है. In which poetry we have line? There's a famous line. We look before and after and pine for what is not. Our sweetest songs are those which tell us saddest thought. Our sweetest songs are those which tell us saddest thought. In which poetry we have these lines? To a skylark. Perfect. To a skylark. The opening line of To a Skylark, Hail to Thee, Blithe Spirit, inspired an author to write a novel in 5 days, published in 1941. Title of the novel is Blithe Spirit, which is anti-feminist in theme. What's the name of the author who has written Blithe Spirit? नॉयल कावर्ड. बहुत ही बढ़िया अद्वैता, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है. शाबाश. पूजा, तनु, संगीता, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Loved it. Who has written rainbow poetry where he says, My heart leaps up when I see a rainbow in the sky? In the same poetry, there is a line, Child is the father of man. Child is the father of man. Wordsworth. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Wordsworth, rainbow. What is the name of the servant of Geo of Malta? What's the name of the servant of Geo of Malta? जियो ऑफ माल्टा के सर्वेंट का क्या नाम है? नॉट बारबस. इथामोर. नॉट अबिगल. अबिगल उसकी बेटी का नाम है. इथामोर. इथामोर इज द सर्वेंट. व्हाट्स द नेम ऑफ डॉक्टर फॉस्टर्स सर्वेंट? डॉक्टर फॉस्टर्स के सर्वेंट का क्या नाम है? सर्वेंट्स के नाम बताओ चलो. डॉक्टर फॉस्टर्स के सर्वेंट का क्या नाम है? See, these questions will trouble you in exam. Wagner, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Name those two professors who tell Dr. Faustus to read black magic. Those German professors who tell Dr. Faustus to read black magic. Cornelius and Wales, बहुत बढ़िया. Cornelius and Wales. When Dr. Faustus cuts his wrist to sign the bond, his blood gets frozen and there are some inscriptions. What word appears on his wrist? एक शब्द बन जाता है. What's that word? Homofuse. अभिमन्यु. बहुत बढ़िया अभिमन्यु. Homofuse. देवाशीष मोहंती. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. मीति शर्मा. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. चलो अब बिफोर वी सम अप एक फास्टेस्ट सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूं. लेट्स सी कौन आंसर करता है. In which book we have a homosexual character, Rupert Birkin? ये नेट का एग्जाम का क्वेश्चन है, बहुत सारे बच्चों को नहीं आता था. Rupert Birkin is a homosexual character, appears in a book. Come on. Women in Love, बहुत बढ़िया. There are two sisters in Women in Love and Rainbow. What are the names of these two sisters? उन दोनों sisters के नाम बताओ. What are the names of these two sisters? Ursula and Gudrun. बहुत बढ़िया. In Sons and Lovers, Paul Morrell is in having relationship with two women. One is emotional, religious, spiritual woman. Another is sexually very active and kind of lust is there. What are the names of these two girls? Paul Morrell दो लड़कियों के साथ एक relationship में है. एक sweet है, एक थोड़ा yes, बहुत बढ़िया. Miriam and Clara. Miriam is sweet, Clara is sexually active. Miriam and Clara. बहुत बढ़िया. In which book we have a character Peter Walsh? Peter Walsh is a character in. ये बताओ. Tell me this thing. Come on. Peter Walsh is a character in. Peter Walsh is a character in Mrs. Dalloway. Her lover. She is recalling him, missing him. Sally Seaton is a character in which book you find a character Sally Seaton? Sally Seaton is a character in किस book में है? Sally Seaton. Again Dalloway. Yes, right answer. Sally Seaton is her love interest, lesbian love interest. Now in which book we have a character? Let's see who answers this thing. आर्थर सीटन. आर्थर सीटन किस में है? आर्थर सीटन इज अ कैरेक्टर इन. आर्थर सेटन, SEATON. रंजना, फ्रेश बैच से क्वेश्चन इसलिए नहीं मैच कर रहा है क्योंकि फ्रेश बैच आपका दिसंबर के लिए. इन बच्चों के एग्जाम अभी हैं 8-10 बुक में, 8-10 दिन में. बहुत बढ़िया. इन विच बुक वी हैव अ कैरेक्टर. नाउ दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. लिली ब्रिस्को इज अ कैरेक्टर इन. लिली ब्रिस्को इज अ कैरेक्टर इन. लिली ब्रिस्को किस में है? बहुत बढ़िया. तो लाइट हाउस. यस, आर्थर सीटन. अद्विता ने आंसर किया हुआ है. सैटरडे नाइट संडे मॉर्निंग. बहुत ही बढ़िया वर्क है, बहुत ही बढ़िया चीज़ है. नाउ आई विल बी स्विचिंग ऑफ. एनर्जी के साथ 45 मिनट्स बोला है तो मेरा भी थोड़ा बीपी ऊपर हो गया है. सो ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर ट्राइंग टू हैव दीज क्वेश्चंस, ये सब आपकी टेस्ट सीरीज अपलोडेड है. यू कैन प्रैक्टिस दीज क्वेश्चंस. 1200-1300 क्वेश्चंस हैं, प्रैक्टिस कर लो. They are all repeatedly asked questions in exam. What happens? You attempt the exam and suppose you are missing those questions. You have read Virginia Woolf, fine, but you just missed one character. Lily Briscoe is making a painting, you missed it. So there will be a great damage, right? So I suggest go for a test series and be the part of the test series and revise it at least 2 times. Exam से पहले 2 बार attempt कर लो test series को. You have studied a lot. Last days are only for revising. जितना हो सके उतना revise करो. All the new students who are watching it, I will provide a number. I'm going to provide my number in the description. Also the test series link, how to join the test series, it will be in description. So find it. And for 3 AM session, I'll be sharing the link in the group. 3 AM session का link आपको group में मिल जाएगा. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. Bye bye.